All right, guys, I got an old Liftmaster Chamberlain. This particular one is part number 2280267. And what happened is the gear stripped off. Okay, so you can buy this whole assembly here to fix it. And it comes like this. Plastic gear down here that engages with the worm gear on the motor. And then it's got the new belt gear on the top. And of course, this comes with either the belt gear or the chain drive gear, whichever one you have. Just choose that particular model. Mine came off of Amazon. There's the part number. Link will be in the description. So let's see if we can figure out how to get this thing apart and replace this drive gear assembly. Okay guys, we got it all back together. Let's give it a test. So to test it, we just have to connect the red here to one of the whites. So I've just stripped a piece of wire. So let's see if it works. Looks like it works. And back up. There we go. So this was a successful repair. Like I said, the link for the parts are in the description. And I think I paid about 45 bucks for that whole piece there. They did send me a lot of extra parts, but this is for a different kind. So at least they send you different parts for different kinds of openers. So there you go, guys. Let's go get it installed back in the garage and see if it'll open the door. So you can see here the problem. This bushing completely worn out. So it was riding way over here, and I'm assuming torquing itself so far over to the side. Well, you can see here where it wore on the housing itself, and then the gear actually snapped off there. It wasn't too terrible of a fix. It did take a couple hours, but most of that was because I just didn't know what I was doing, and I was figuring it out as I went. On the new gear assembly set, I did have to run the garage door up and down several times. I think maybe just because of how tight the new worm and plastic gear were. But on closing, the door would get into a little bit of a jerking motion. It was enough to actually cause it to want to go back up. So I guess it thought that it had hit an obstruction. And I did just run the door up and down. I actually ran it up and down so much that the motor overheated, and I had to wait about 30 minutes for it to come back on. But I think just breaking in the new worm gear and plastic gear on the new motor was the problem. I did end up adjusting the downward pressure on the garage door opener. The only specialty tool I needed to use was my arbor press. And you probably could have gotten that bushing out of the housing with a hammer and a piece of brass or something like that. But I did end up just pressing it out and pressing the new one in with the arbor press. That was much easier and safer for the bushing itself. But all in all, I would say, save the 200 bucks on a new opener and just go ahead and buy this gear assembly and go ahead and put it in yourself. And like I said, a link for this assembly will be in the description below. And you do have the option to choose between the belt gear and the chain gear. So there you go, guys. I hope this was helpful. Have a great day.